Hey guys, it's Sonbeek for the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Um, Coming to you live in my self-isolation room. You know, gotta keep the social distancing. Talk to you guys through video here. This is gonna do a new YouTube segment while we're all bunkered up in our house. So, kill some time, create some content. I'm calling it I Got Nothing because first of all, I don't have anything because there's nothing going on. The world has nothing because we're in this craziness. And I got the name from no one other than Preston Wilson. Y'all remember Preston from the Marlins in the late 90s, early 2000s, world champion with the Cardinals. Great guy on Twitter, great follow. This is kind of like just like an episode 0 thing. The setup's gonna be better. I'm not in a bathroom. I'm like in this like halfway room between the bathroom, and it's a weird setup. Not important, but that's where I'm at right now. And I'm gonna have a better setup for this thing. I'm gonna have a nicer camera. Right now I'm just recording on my iPhone. But yeah, let's get into it. The Dolphins free agency, it's the only type of sports we're getting right now, is this NFL news. And for like the 6th time in 7 years, the Dolphins have won the offseason, at least so far. They have made a lot of big signings. Eric Flowers, Byron Jones, Emmanuel Ogbah, Kyle Van Noy, and Shaq Lawson. It's the 5 big ones. They signed some special teams dude who I'm sure is really good on special teams, but I don't know anything personally. I'll be talking out of my ass if I talk about him, so I'm not going to talk about him. Shout out that dude. But yeah, so those are big name signings. I like the approach. It's not Mike Tannenbaum where we're throwing $300 million at 32-year-old star who's in the last year of his prime, and the season's gonna go nowhere. I think it's a good step up. If we break down the contracts, they're a lot front-loaded contracts, was a good thing because you're gonna need that cap space in a few years to sign to an extension. But the Eric Flowers deal is the one that everyone seems to be like freaking out about because it's a lot of money to a guy that was like the running joke of the NFL for a few years. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not an expert. I don't know. I'm not a big football expert guy, but from what I've been reading, he moved to guard last year when he signed with Washington, and he played pretty well at the guard position for Washington. So I can see the reason the Dolphins saw the potential. He's still young, to move him over and commit to him as a guard. I don't love the money given there, but it's an experiment. Who knows how it'll work? And the big splash was Byron Jones, the cornerback from the Cowboys, who now the Dolphins have the 2 highest paid cornerbacks in the NFL, him and Xavier Howard. And I love it. That's the way the NFL is going. They see that the cornerback position, the DBs, are the most important people on the defense. And so you might as well invest in it. And that's what the Dolphins did. They arguably now have the 2 best corner duos in the NFL. Fits perfectly for the type of defense that Brian Flores likes to run. So that's a great addition to the Dolphins. Another front-loaded deal, huge deal, like massive, the biggest deal that's going to be given out in free agency here. But great deal for the Dolphins. I love the addition, getting him on this team. They're really revamping this defense. Shaq Lawson, another guy, big name guy from college, has a pretty successful NFL career. They get him on that line. Van Noy, get him as a linebacker, add him to the defense, very familiar with Flores. And, this is a team that even last year, we all thought they were going to be terrible. And, they still pulled out 5 wins out of their ass, and now they're really building. And with Brady making the announcement that he's out of here, I think the Dolphins realize that their window to an AFC championship is much quicker, got here much quicker than they anticipated when they started this rebuild last season. And so now they're going for it, and they're going for it in a smart way, ways that we haven't seen them do that in a long time. When Tannenbaum was running this show, and he would just make really bad free agent signings. So it's a healthy way for the Dolphins to sign, to make moves, even though some might say some of the deals are a little bit too much, but gotta like it. Gotta like their approach. We know for sure they're not done. They still have about $40 million in cap space. And another big thing is around the NFL, these domino pieces keep falling. Mariota signed with the Raiders. Cam is getting traded. Brady's leaving New England. Bridgewater went to Carolina. So it's looking like the Dolphins aren't going to have to trade up from 5 to grab Tua, which is great. So you don't have to worry about what assets you're not going to have. They're going to have all 14 picks, still get Tua, and they're going to build this team. And this team is going to be good much faster than we anticipated because of the free agent signings, because of them able to keep their assets. And if they could hit on 2 or 3 picks this draft, you have 2 more firsts and then 2 seconds next year. This team is going to be good in the very near future, and it's a very exciting time here for the Dolphins. And I mean, we needed this type of content right now because I'm sure everybody's driving themselves crazy, being bunkered up in their house. Hopefully there's some more Dolphins news today, some more NFL news. For Dolphins fans, I think the best hope here is for Brady to go to Los Angeles, have him sign with the Chargers so we don't have to worry about that trade up. And then Tampa maybe swings a trade for Cam, even though that's in the same division. Don't know if that will happen. Maybe we hope for the opposite. Brady goes to Tampa, Cam goes to LA, something like that to make sure no one jumps Miami. But if I had to grade this Dolphins offseason so far, I would give it a B+. I think they made some good additions. I like Emmanuel Ogbah. I think that's a very cheap deal for him. It's basically a 1-year deal. I really like that for the Dolphins. I think they're going to be pretty good next season. And yeah, like I said, this is just episode 0. I wanted to get my mind off some things and talk some sports, something that we haven't been able to do in this lockdown. And hopefully I'll bring some more content over the week. Check me out on Twitter at DutchBeak, on 5 Reasons Sports Network, writing for them, blogging for them, doing my Panthers coverage that has been stopped. But yeah, so check it out. I'm going to have some other content that's separate from the 5 Reasons Network. Maybe I'll get it on there too. Yeah, so just follow me, stick around. Thank you.